Does this look purple to you? Well, it's purple cod. And apparently it's one of the best eating fish on the Great Barrier Reef. Now, I haven't made it before, and so I want to make sure I get a feeling for what it actually tastes like. So what I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna fry it on butter and just a little bit of garlic, and then we're gonna have a simple side of rice that's been steamed in stock, and then boiled chard. So with that, let's get started. I do not have fresh stock, so I'm gonna make some from the stock powder. Let's skin the fish. We'll leave the skin for later. That's gonna be a separate recipe. All right, I want these in just a few pieces, just to make it a little bit nicer to fry. So, that's our fish. Next, some garlic. We'll also need some garlic for the chard. Let's boil some water for the chard. This doesn't take much, only a few minutes. Some olive oil. Heat this up. A little bit of garlic. A little bit of salt. Pepper, and that's it. Now for the fish, we're gonna put on some butter. Let's get this melted. I'll lower the heat a little bit. I will add a little bit of this into the chard just to make it tastier. Let's add the fish in. A little bit of garlic. I didn't fry it separately because I didn't want it to burn, and the fish is going to be cooking a little bit longer. Now, the biggest thing with fish is to not overcook it, otherwise it becomes too tough. And the easiest way to tell whether it's cooked or not is it needs to turn white. So you basically fry it on one side until the white comes up to about half the thickness of the fish, and then you turn it over. And in my case, I've got some pieces which have been frozen. I've got some pieces which are thinner and thicker, so they will not all cook for the same amount of time. A little bit of salt. Now, if you're watching your calories, you might throw this away, but we're definitely not. That's it. All right, let's give this a try.
Let's do it. Looks delicious.
It is pretty
Yeah.
good. How do you compare it to coral trout?
I think the meat is a little bit drier
Hmm.
than coral trout.
Yeah, a little bit firmer. But it is very similar. They're a very similar type of fish.
Mm.
It's definitely is one of the better eating ones that I've tried. I'm not sure that I'd be able to recognize this one in a blind test compared to a coral trout, but it is very good.